my name is Doc Pop, and this trick is called Helicopter. It looks like this. Helicopter is a move inspired by a player named Tanaka, who used it in Japan Nationals 2004. His move was a forward brain twister thing where he went through, he pulled the string through, he kind of shortened it, and he did this awesome cross arm thing, which was a huge inspiration for me. I've used it for a couple things. Helicopter is a trick of mine from around 2004, early 2005, and it starts off with this mount, which is very similar to the gondola mount. You're gonna start with a Houdini kind of thumb. You're gonna go thumb, pointer finger, pointer finger, pointer finger. So you're gonna do basically a double or nothing with that back string just being on your thumb, or a triple or nothing with that back string on your thumb. Then what you're gonna do is pull this string through. So I'm taking my free hand pointer finger and I'm pulling that very front string through, and just like that, I'm just hooking in and unhooking so it kind of threads through. And then I'm gonna take my thumb on my throw hand, pinch, and I'm gonna basically do a gondola, which is where you take the slack, you go under, and you put it on the pointer finger of your other hand, right? So this is where we are so far. Let's get back to that. Thumb, pointer finger, pull that pointer finger through on your free hand, and then put it back forward. So now you're in this position. Pinch, let that go slack, go under your hand, and now whip that onto your pointer finger of your free hand. Now you've got this set up, your pointer fingers are both pointing forward. We're gonna do that same pull through again here, that first one we did where we hooked and pulled through and then go forward. And then on this finger, we're gonna do something similar. We're going to grab here and let everything fall off and then just go forward again. So we're kind of doing that same kind of gondola start a few times, twice on the free hand, once on the throw hand, and you're gonna end up in this kind of like T-shape, right? And what's nice is this kind of locks, but if you let it fall, you don't get any knots. And that's gonna be very advantageous for this next part. So we're gonna go through. Now we're in this position with that lock. We're gonna turn our body to the side. I'm right-handed, so I'm turning to my left. I'm gonna do one flip inside, cross my arms, flip, flip, cross my arms the other way, and then drop. So before we get into this cross arm stuff, let's just do this one more time to make sure you got this. Thumb, pointer finger, pointer finger. So we've got that double or nothing in the front. You hook that finger in, you're going to give this slack, put it on your pointer finger. And if you want, you can do this in either order. You can actually pull this finger through first or this finger through first. I always pull my free hand finger through first, and then you can see this little bit right there. That's gonna get pulled, and then pointer finger goes back forward. I'm just, on both of those motions, I'm just going like that. And then I turn my body, spin, and you can practice that move where you are going to kind of use that velocity to throw the yo-yo out, let go, and catch. And I do want you to notice that while I'm doing this, it doesn't matter how many times I do inside or outside twist or which arm's on top. If you let go, if you kind of use that velocity to let go, you should always end up without a knot. So you are going to kind of, you can do, you know, cross, 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 whatever. You can do it as many times as you want. You don't have to like worry about keeping it consistent. That being said, when I turn my body sideways, I like to go once in a neutral position, once with my throw hand on top, once back in neutral, once with my free hand on top. And that's gonna give you that little crisscross motion. Now you can always just do the same cross arms, or you can do multiple times inside. Doesn't matter, you're just gonna throw it and it's gonna come out. And I do think turning your body is pretty important here. As you get better at it, you can kind of do it sideways, but like really turning your body is going to give you that advantage of giving you wider areas. And the wider the spot is, the easier it is for that yo-yo to pass through without hitting your arms. So if you really want to be gentle to yourself and not get too mad, turn your body from here to here and really kind of focus on keeping those arms as far as possible. You can go outside and catch. So there's no hard and fast rules for how this trick is done. I definitely encourage you to play around with it and experiment. I do think that doing at least one cycle of each arm, so neutral, throw hand, neutral, free hand, neutral. I think that's kind of what I consider the trick. And throwing and catching on a trapeze. And if you just let go, it comes out. And I want to give props to Sleeper80, aka Justin, on my Patreon, patreon.com/DocPop, for helping me name this trick, the helicopter. I have a name this trick contest each month, and Sleeper80 won a yo-yo. I can't remember. I think it's a Moon Rock Icarus, I think is what he got. But thank you for the great name. There's a lot of cool names in there, but Helicopter one gives it that nice Bay Area feel too. And also shout out to Takayasu Tanaka, who created the original trick. The Tanaka twist is what we call it. Japan Nationals 2004. This was a big inspiration for me and many other players I know. So shout out to Tanaka. I don't know if you're still in the scene or not, but you rock. And also, Mike Montgomery has a trick called the Montgomery Twist, which is a wrist mount version that he created on his own. So check that out as well, the Montgomery Twist. I'll put a link for it in the description if I can find it.